We are here today with another episode of NDEB Talk with our instructor for university preparation, Dr. Sina Jafari. Hello, Dr. Sina. Thank you for accepting our invitation. Could you please introduce yourself for us and talk a little bit about your journey with the NDEB equivalency process?
Hi, Dr. Della. Thank you so much for inviting me and having me here. This is Sina Jafari. I graduated in 2014 in Iran, and then I had my personal practice for 4 years before coming to Canada in end of 2018. When I got into Canada, I didn't have that much knowledge about and that much information about the pathways that internationally trained dentists should go through. So I searched a lot. I asked from other dentists, including my cousin who was dentist already here. And I figured out that I have two main roads to go on. One of them is equivalency process, and the second one is about the university pathway. And go through the completion programs. So I decided to, after doing the research, I decided to go through the university pathway, and that's why I decided to join Confidentist. I heard a lot about this institution. For taking AFK, I needed to have high score for applying to university. So I joined the Confidentist, and special thanks to Dr. Neda and Dr. Mehdi. I could get a high score in February 2020 in AFK, and after that in ACJ in November 2020. After those, I applied to University of Toronto and I also Western University, and I got into both of them. I got admission offer to both of them. So first of all, I joined the program in Western University in Schulich Dentistry because at that time we didn't have the result from UofT yet. After 3-4 months, the result came out, and because of personal reason, I decided to accept the offer of the UofTs and withdraw Western, and now I'm enrolling the internationally trained dentist program at University of Toronto.
Perfect. Thank you very much for that. So, according to what you said, I have two questions. So,
sure.
First, what was your score for AFK and ACJ? If you don't mind me asking.
Yeah, I got 91 in AFK and 80 in ACJ.
Wow.
In first attempt, both of them.
Amazing. First attempt?
First attempt.
Perfect. All right. Second question. So you said that you decided to go to university.
Yeah.
Why was that?
Good question, actually. First of all, I want to say that I'm not against the equivalency process and direct licensing pathway, because that pathway and that road might be suitable for certain amount of internationally trained dentists. And we have to be appreciative, to be honest, that we are living in a country which offers this pathway to internationally trained dentists. So they can have the luxury of taking exams, although they are so hard, but they have this luxury to, without going back to the school, get the license and start their practice. However, because of some personal reason, I decided to go through the university pathway. And some of them is like, I wanted to keep my options open for specialty programs. And although it's possible for internationally trained dentists with direct licensing approach to go through the specialty program and apply, but there is not that much chance for them to get into the program. Yeah, so Canadian graduates, Canadian DDS people, they can apply easily and they can go to the programs much easier. So I wanted to keep my option open. And secondly, I didn't know that where is my final destination. So maybe I want to go to other countries. I didn't know that. So I wanted to also keep my options open for going to other countries. And now after graduating from UofT, hopefully I can easily go to States and work there. I can stay in Canada, I can go to Middle East, I can go to Europe, wherever I want in the world with Canadian DDS and start my practice right away.
Okay, so you don't have to take an examination.
Anywhere else, no. So
Anywhere
this is the
else.
best part of the university
Oh.
pathway, that when you go
I
through
see.
the university pathway and you get the Canadian DDS through that, you are dentist in all around the world,
Even in the US?
even in the US.
Okay, that's good to
Yeah.
know. Thank you very much. Okay, so how did you prepare for this? I know that for getting into school, so you're gonna have to go through some other steps rather than the AFK, and I don't think ACJ is a part of it. But how did you prepare, and what was those steps?
Okay, so first of all, about the requirements, each university has different requirements. So, if based on what is your dream school in Canada, what is your dream dental school in Canada, you need to go through each of them on the website. You need to go and read the requirements and try to do your best to meet all of those requirements in the highest level of as high as possible. So then you can apply to that university, and then there is a high chance for you to get in if you meet all of those requirements and you have good quality in it. So because my dream school from the beginning that I started this journey was UofT, I went through all of those requirements. So for UofT, it was AFK first. That's why I told you I decided to join Confidentist to have a good training and get higher score. And after that, thanks to Confidentist group, I started to work on my language, because when I got into Canada, I barely could speak English.
Is that so?
Yeah, so that was one problem for me. So I had to keep up on making communication with people. So I decided to work on my English skills. Also, I tried to do some volunteerings in healthcare system to not only make communication with people, but also make my resume better and better based on the Canadian experience in healthcare, areas, healthcare fields. So after that, I applied to University of Toronto, and when I got invited for the interview, I started to prepare myself for interviews. Regarding the Western University is one of those universities which has bench exam. So you need to have good AFK score. I mean, not that high mark as you need in UofT, but still you need to have good mark to get into Western as well. So I applied, then they invited me for the bench exam. So I had to work on the bench exam. And at that time, the PLA exam for the Western was changed a bit. They used to have many procedures like a skills exam. But they changed it to very simple procedures like class 1, class 3, class 5. And that's why this exam made this change made this exam even harder, because the procedures are simple, and the people who want to get into a school, they have to be as perfect as possible in all of these procedures. Yeah, because everybody can do a good job in class 1, so you need to have no error if you want to pass the exam. So I decided to start to work on my skills. I try to have feedback from people who already got into the school, because I believe that the best source for internationally trained dentists who wants to apply to the school are the people who already went through this pathway, who already got into a school and who joined the school. Because they know all the details, even small details about this pathway. And I learned a lot from them. And now I'm so happy that I could achieve what I wanted to do. And I'm so happy actually that I can give back to internationally trained dentists and do exactly what other people had done for me during this pathway. And I'm so happy to be here in Confidence Group and help people to go through this pathway.
Thank you. We're so happy for you to
Thank you.
get what you wanted and what you actually worked for.
Thank you.
And I actually liked one thing that you said about that you couldn't speak English very well, because that's a very common problem with internationally trained dentists, and they're very scared of it actually.
Yeah.
And that's very good. I think that's very relieving for everybody to see that you're speaking very well right now, but you couldn't before. So
I mean, not that well, but still, it's not bad.
Yeah, but like, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know that.
All right. So yeah, I mean, like, because that's a question I get a lot.
Yeah.
So how are we supposed to communicate? And like the practice makes perfect, right?
Exactly.
All right. So how did you feel when you got the news that you had gotten in UofT?
Oh, that was interesting. That was one of the excellent moments of my life. You know, I can't even talk about it in words. That how after getting the result, you can feel that all of those stresses now is relief. And you can feel that after getting the result, after registration, after starting the school, you can see how your life, your whole life is changed now after getting that news. So it was incredible. It was incredible for me. That was the moment that I was dreaming about from the first day that I got into Canada after my research and searching about everything about the pathway. So that was incredible, and that's why exactly one of the reasons that I'm here. I really like to help internationally trained dentists and extend all of those beautiful feelings to internationally trained dentists who loves to go back to Canadian dental schools, because I know how it feels, how incredible is that, how it is life-changing, and I would be more than happy if I can do something for them to make this big change in their life.
That's beautiful. Thank you very much. And you're actually doing that with the
Thank
new
you.
courses that you're offering.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah, so what do you have to offer in these courses? Or you have the PLA course, the interview course. Could you please talk
Yeah,
about
so to be honest, after getting to UofT and Western both together and going through university pathway, I went through everything. So I kind of know about all the small details of applying to universities, and what are the key points to get into that universities, which I didn't know about that. I experienced it. I tried to learn it from other people who already got it. And I tried to collect all of those information, all of those skills, and work on myself, try to get to know myself, and just show it to the people in the university and get into university. So I'm here to teach internationally trained dentists how to do it, because I did lots of things. I made lots of errors. I made lots of mistakes. So I want to share my experiences. Then they can go further. They can go through this pathway without that much error, without that much mistake, and we're trying to do that. So the good part about this course is that because I had experience in all of these things, I know every single detail. So about the PLA course for Western University, I'm going through all the procedures, all the class 1, class 3, class 5, rubber dam. And we have one session regarding all the tips and tricks, which are small details that someone may not even, notice or pay attention to them. But those are key points for getting to Western Dental School. So we have also one session about that. And thank God, because, I was part of the school, I know all of these details.
Oh, you were actually
Yeah.
there too, right?
So we can offer these to our people. The second course that not only me, Dr. Kushkarampanu from University of Toronto as well, Dr. Mittul from University of Alberta, we made a team, actually I believe a very strong team in university interview preparations. So we know everything about dental school interviews, different types of interviews, MMI, MPI, panel interviews, which is gonna be used in different dental schools, even in US. So if people join this program, this course for university interview preparations, they can be prepared for all dental schools in North America to take the interviews and to ace the interviews. Because to be honest, yeah, English is important. Having the good English skills is important, but communication skills is another thing.
Right. Yeah.
Knowing that what they want to see in you, what are they looking for? This is another thing which is important. It's not that you should answer the question in a right way. We don't have any right or wrong answer. The way you express the answers to the question is something which can make them impressed and get into school.
So it's not like that you can just go to interview and just get out successfully and now you're going to have to prepare for it in a proper way.
Exactly. And I know that almost all the internationally trained dentists, they have the skills, they have the qualities that dental schools are looking for. They have good personalities, all of them. But it's important to express it.
Yeah.
How to express it, this is important part. And we are here to teach them based on our experience, based on what we've studied, what we've learned, to help them express it more efficiently.
Yeah, it's just, as you said, because you're already there, you've already been through, you have lived through all of this, you know what's going on.
I can say, I lived through this pathway for 3 years, so I know every single details of it. Not only me, even Dr. Karan, Dr. Mitchell, all of us were together.
Yeah, the team, as you said, it's a very strong team, I agree. Okay, so I think that's everything. Okay, so I do have one other question for you. So, you said that this equivalency thing from the beginning to the end, how did it, you said that it changed your life?
Yeah.
So, I'm sure it was in a good way. So, could you please describe it a little bit more? How did it change your life?
Yeah, for sure. When you come to Canada as internationally trained dentist, first of all, I would say all of the internationally trained dentists, especially people who had experience, who had their life, who already had set up life, their life was set up already in their country, they were brave enough to come to Canada and start everything again. So when I got here, I had only one dream. Can I see Canadian patients here? And that was the thing that I was dreaming about when I was studying for AFK, when I was studying from 7 a.m. in the morning till 12 a.m. In the night. I was just dreaming about this. And when I got into a school, when I went through the dental clinic after, I think 3 years that I was doing everything in this pathway, that was a brilliant moment. I got this, this dream that I had from the first day that I was studying for AFK, and I was nothing in that time, like everybody. So this is how your life is gonna be changed, and you will have peace of mind that you will be a Canadian dentist. This is what it feels. And now, after going through all of these things, when I'm sitting here and looking back to my life, to my professional life, I can definitely say that before coming to Canada and going through all of these, going through AFK, ACJ, university bench exams, interviews, and then study in Canadian dental school. Now I can say that before coming to Canada, I was a very good practitioner, but now I'm a very good doctor. Wow. This is a huge difference.
That's deep.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're
so
welcome.
I think that's everything. So anything else you have to say, any advice, any suggestion for people who want to start this journey or already in it?
I will say one sentence that I've read it somewhere, and I said this sentence in UofT interview. When I talked to other people and told them I said this in the interview, they told me, "You're crazy. You're gonna be rejected because of this sentence." But I believe that this sentence is life, and I would say that sometimes you put effort in your life, in whatever you want, but life gives you lemon. It's up to you to wear sour face or make lemonade. So the big advice for internationally trained dentists is that now you're in the pathway, which is very hard. This is the lemons that life is giving to you. So rather than wearing sour face and just try to be negative, try to make lemonade and make your life brilliant through this.
Wow, thank you very much for that. It was beautiful.
You're welcome.
And thank you again for accepting our invite. And
Thank you for
really
having
talking
me
to you.
here.
Thank you everyone for watching. We had Dr. Sina here, our PLA and University Interview Preparation course instructor. You can find out more about our courses on our website and social media. Follow us on our Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube channel. We will see you in the next one.